There's plenty of roads in Anchorage, Alaska that need connection. I mean, we've mentioned to you about 100th Avenue doing the same. 104th is going to be done that way too, and it's going to go between King Street and part of the Bayshore neighborhood. This one, however, is Amber Bay Loop. We got a park right here, but it would make it a lot easier to get through if we had a road so that we can connect it all. And there doesn't need to be any housing in the area. Just we can just have a nice forest park to enjoy. There really can't be any housing in the area because the land is not safe, and there hasn't been able to they haven't been able to get anything safe enough in the area either. Now here, it looks as though C Street is still under construction here, going to O'Malley Road, well, Minnesota Expressway. But as you can see, that's already done, and now they got to try to connect King Street with Johns Road. Would make it a lot easier because then people can still have ways to get in and out of the area without having to go too far. Yeah, and that's one of the things that would make it a wonderful expressway. This one is in the Ocean View part of Anchorage, Alaska, called Huffman Road, Huffman Avenue, 124th Avenue. As you might have seen going by on Johns Road, you don't really see this road across. I mean, that map is a little deceptive, and it should be there or in block form with a yellow and done in yellow so that you can see that it's proposed, or red if it's under construction. One thing it might be able to do if they had Huffman Road connecting here, it would make it possible to get down to the Botanical Heights near the area. That would make it easier to get through. It doesn't look or have anything to do with the botanical gardens on East Tudor Road near Campbell Airstrip. It's just it's just like what they call Botanical Heights instead, and it doesn't, and it just looks like what you might see. This one is Elmore Road or Elmore Street. I mean, it kind of fits right through South Anchorage, but the problem is, it doesn't make sense unless we have a connection between Abbott Road and O'Malley Road. I mean, this is a big park right here near Handshoe Middle School, where a lot of the horse things, the equestrian stuff goes on. But it's a lot harder to get there without the road. And they need it so people can get across, and kind of lowers the congestion and on Birch Road and Lake Otis Parkway. People can even skate through the area too, or ride their bikes, and they can enjoy the road the way it is. This is another part of Elmore Road that should be here between DeArmond Road and Rabbit Creek Road. I mean, if it was a standard thoroughfare, a medium speed road, it would make a lot of sense because then we can go across town. The city buses will actually have a place to go for sure. Their people mover system should be able to actually have buses that go in this area. People can, yeah, and they should always kind of make sure they go every 30 minutes rather than every 60, or else it's just not a service. This one is where connects the two Diamond neighborhoods together. Strawberry Road, 76th Avenue, Minnesota Street. Frontage Road goes along the area, and it should be there. It makes sense because and with 76 going up over Minnesota Expressway and connecting over to Strawberry Road, it actually makes it a lot easier so that when we go, so that you don't have to go all the way to Diamond Boulevard or to Raspberry Road. You can just go right through into the neighborhood. It's kind of what they'd planned years ago when they were trying to see if they could build a new a new neighborhood on the north side of Strawberry Road. it can't go totally on the north because that's wetland and it belongs to the park. It's a very important thing. Strawberry Cottage Way looks almost like it. The exit way onto Strawberry Road sometimes makes sense to some people, but really doesn't to others. Sometimes it just, because that one just exits right off on, it doesn't re-enter. I guess they don't need to if they've got plenty of that as it is. And some of the best ways we can get these connections done is through enough people succeeding in school to become construction workers, so we can get enough to be able to get the job done. But because a lot of people don't have the genetics to be able to learn well and they can't succeed in school, we'd have to we're working on neurophysiology so we can get that underway so everything will work out later on. Yeah, because that backs up for required abilities that aren't there to be able to learn, and it helps you succeed in school without the need of special education, and you can actually make it a lot better if you had one of these, and you have a much easier life too. And meanwhile, while we're in the process, we are accepting donations with silver yogurt container lids and golden tabs and shot needle caps of both orange and white. This way, each individual one is worth anywhere between $100 and $1,000, and it makes it easier because then, and you can even donate some of your own money to do just that. You can pay, could be a part of your bills to pay, and then we can eventually get things done as soon as we can. Just, I mean, we like people who are willing to help out and to let others, not people who are greedy and just say, you don't know anything about this. I mean, I hope our court order will be able to put a stop to that behavior once and for all.